BDuB starts now. On today's show, we are just concluding the 2011 WWE Draft. A lot of changes, or so we thought, as we should say. First pick of the draft, John Cena was drafted to Smackdown. I was excited about this one. Cena, this would have been his second time on SmackDown after I think it's about 5 or 6 years. So would have been very exciting to see him back on the show, see him probably make an impact. As you know, SmackDown has been the B-rate show. They're trying to make a run against Raw, but it's just not going to happen. So this would have been an opportunity for them. But at the end of the show, Cena was drafted back to Raw. I have no idea why. I don't understand it. I thought about, it was brought to my attention halfway through the episode, like, wait a minute, The Rock's going to be on Raw next week. And what about Cena and The Rock? So I don't know if they may call it audible or what. Alberto Del Rio being drafted to SmackDown, being drafted to Raw, I thought was a good move, kind of had me worried because at the time Cena wasn't drafted, so I'm thinking like, okay, maybe it's a little bit predictable that Del Rio's going to win the world title and Cena's going to win the WWE title and then do a double switch of the belts. So that's interesting in itself. Sin Cara drafted to Raw. Sin Cara drafted to SmackDown, and then Rey Mysterio drafted to Raw. First of all, Rey Mysterio gets drafted every draft, just about. Seems like he's back and forth on each show. Why, I don't know. But I didn't understand this one. I would have loved to see the two go at it. But nonetheless, we had the Big Show, which I think is probably the most forgotten draft pick of the whole night, being drafted to SmackDown, back to Raw. But the biggest one that stayed was Randy Orton going to SmackDown. That's going to definitely shake up the roster. It gives them some type of star power. Hopefully Orton won't be as stale as everybody thought. So I want to know, what do you guys think about that? It was, it was a lot of, to me, Raw was good. Seeing R-Truth come out there, seeing him kind of having a moment where he tells the crowd how he really feels. Gotta believe somewhere deep down inside that's how Truth really feels. He really feels like he put more into the fans and not his career. So, like I said, hopefully, him and Morrison, I can see them two tearing the roof off the place. They can have some good matches. I was highly impressed with R-Truth and what he did last week. I think now he can make a run, become a main eventer, going out, stop saying what's up, stop getting the crowds. I really like the part where he said, that you guys some of you have no rhythm. Mark Henry, he was also drafted to SmackDown. Then at the end of the night, turned heel and beat up John Cena and beat up Christian. Don't really understand that one, especially if Cena went back to Raw. It would have been nice to see Henry Cena, but nonetheless. But we got the Extreme Rules coming up this week. I want to know your predictions. Just to kind of run down the card. I don't remember the whole thing, so bear with me. JR and the King, Retribution time for them against Michael Cole. The match shouldn't go as long as it did at WrestleMania. This will finally give them the chance to put this thing to rest. Christian and Del Rio. Now, initially I thought Christian was going to win, and I'm still going to stay with that pick. I'm a big Christian fan. I feel like now this is his chance. This is his opportunity. Christian deserves to be the World Heavyweight Champion, and this week I think he's going to get that opportunity. I'm not a big fan of Del Rio. He can wrestle. He has a look, but not right now. Christian deserves it. He's over. The crowd wanted. The fans wanted. The triple threat match, I don't really see The Miz losing. Yeah, John Cena, face of the company, but I don't see The Miz losing this title. Not anytime soon. And let's see, like I said, bear with me. There's more matches on there. I can't wait till Extreme Rules. I will do a official preview show. But thank you for joining us on this episode of BDuBs Thoughts. And before I go, as I always do, tell you, make sure you check out the AC Ray Show. Great show, guys. If you're looking to meet, looking to kind of get an insight on what females think, females, if you want to go kind of vent and share your opinions, it's a great show. Check it out. That's all, folks. Thank you for joining us on another edition of BDuBs Thoughts.